everybody. How you do?
I see.
Um, Today's day. Well, me and Mel going to come today to the show, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves. Mel, how you doing?
I'm good. I cannot hear you though.
You want me speak louder?
Yes.
All right. So folks, we live again. Last week we did a little vacation, take a little break, but me and Mel back here again, and the world has changed since we've been last. You know, people are dying. Fellas are killing one another like crazy, and that's what we have in our Bahama land. We have this thing that young men don't respect anybody and anything, and so this is where we at. It's sad. Our country is going to hell fast, and then the woman's winning all the time. Mel, what you
Yeah.
say? Yeah, the woman's winning.
Okay.
The man's dying, the woman's winning. The all buggers can't dare they. Just messing with you, man. Yep, but we killing one another, and so what we left with now here is that you know, think about it. I'm gonna say this and get myself in trouble, but the world is now is made for the rich, because only the rich ain't killing one another, only the poor killing one another, and I don't understand why. But that's a show for another day. What's our show today, Mel?
Well, you had some follow up from our last show centered around the boogeyman in marriage, and a lot of folks did not seem to get who the boogeyman is, and so we are going to reveal the boogeyman in marriages today.
All right, so it's me, Mel today, and the boogeyman. we sitting here with the boogeyman, me and Mel. Well, let me explain the boogeyman. The boogeyman. So you get it. This time you'll get it. In relationship, in marriage, the boogeyman. Uh, some people say they didn't get it, but some people say the boogeyman is the devil. Some people say the boogeyman is God. Well, let me tell you who's the boogeyman. For example, let me give you. Let's say me and Mel married tomorrow, and we having issues in our relationship, in our marriage, and the first thing we holler, especially the woman, they like holler, but the man is the devil. The devil busy. He ain't no devil. It ain't never no devil. What most time might be devil. If you say a man get a sweetheart, then you say she's the devil. No, no. Let me tell you who's the devil. If me and you, me and Mel, started to date one another, and from the first couple of weeks we started to date, we started to make love in the bed. And then we started to make love in the bed, but it just seems to be everything off. Everything is off. And so then we get married. And it's still off in the bed. So if sex is off in the bed, what will happen? It was never compatible. So Mel was started to think in her mind that this ain't working, and this ain't never this, and I don't know why, and she creates her own mindset, and that sink in her mind. So her mind will say, well, Tony ain't good in no bed. So that's the boogeyman, because her mindset, because she said that. Nobody. That's the boogeyman. And so most relationships you have where you create all these things. You marry the man, you expect him to be a millionaire, because he lied to you and tell you he's a millionaire. And then you expect to be on millionaire road, and it doesn't happen. Then you started to get angry because he not delivering his his end of the bargain. And so you started to hate him. That's you. That's not the devil. You become the boogie. That's the boogeyman. When the boogeyman step in, that's it. It's a mindset. It's how you set your mind, and that will give you how your relationship will be. Because if you continue saying, I got a good husband, or I got a good boyfriend, your relationship wouldn't have no boogeyman. It only, see, you could dwell into something and make it live and don't have to leave. And most times in the relationship, people create their own monster. Let me give you a prime example of a church incident where in the church the people started to say, because the way I praise and worship and the way I worship the Lord, people start looking at you funny. And then they say, this is what they say, oh, she's do witchcraft. Now, everybody that meets Melding can say that woman is do witchcraft. That ain't the devil. That is something somebody creating, which is, and the boogeyman shows up now. Because the boogeyman, the mindset is everybody singing the same tune. Nobody got no facts. There's no facts. And it just creep in and it just destroys everything. See, if it was the devil step in and the devil would twist the whole thing around. See, the devil has his own story. The devil, we blaming the devil for everything. That's a lie. It's our mindset. It's where we think, how we think, how a woman could sit down and she would say, where you just come from? And you answer one way and she says, and then she started to believe it. Because you only answered the way she wanted, she started to believe that you scheming. She created this. The truth. She distort the truth. And so the boogeyman is always what you think you create. You make a boogeyman, you create it. So Mel, I think I explained the boogeyman situation.
Okay, let me see. We have a comment.
A comment already, Jesus Christ.
Denise say, who the hell is the boogeyman?
I explained who's the boogeyman. See, Denise, for you especially, let me tell you the boogeyman. Let me tell you what could be the boogeyman. You could create a story that you're sick, and you don't have to be sick. I feel sick, and you create it, and it's a mind. Once you say in your mind you're sick, you started to be sick. That's you create that. That's the boogeyman. And boogeyman likes to be in people's relationship. See, we create the boogeyman, and when we talk, especially when we like to talk about how sweethearting and the man bad, and you create this the boogeyman by calling the man bad. So the man trying to tell you, well, I ain't bad. So he, you know what he do? He decide, all right, then I bad. See, the boogeyman shows up and say, okay. And once the mind says, it's done. It's over. That one over.
So basically, what I hear, and as you spoke, I envision. As a child growing up in the Bahamas, everybody know about the boogeyman.
Oh yeah, the boogeyman.
Right? The boogeyman and the boogeyman is basically the same thing. It's something that's created in somebody's thoughts or in their mind, and it is shared among individuals to the point where when people believe it, it actually could be manifested in physical form, because the fears that people place in you about a ghost or a boogeyman or a boogerman, whatever term you use, it causes you to be fearful, it causes you to act differently, it causes you not to go into certain places at certain times because of the fact that you feel that if you were to go there, something bad will happen. Now, I like what you said in terms of a man being accused of being bad. Or, for instance, you and I could be friends, or you and a guy could be friends, and because you are so close, what's the common thing that most Bahamians would say? Oh, them two must be going, or oh, them
Exactly.
two must be sissy, right? So, one person spread this idea about the relationship between two other individuals, and eventually others began to believe it. But when you think about a member or one partner in a marriage creating a situation that does not exist, and no matter how much the other party, whether it's the man or the woman, says, what are you talking about? In your mind, you believe that your partner is involved with somebody else, and so that becomes the boogeyman in your relationship, and it drives a wedge between you and the other individual. So much so that, as you said, after a while, the party that's being accused gets so tired of it. So, you know what? You accuse me of being in this relationship, I might as well just go ahead and do it.
And it's a mindset. And let me tell you what is one of the most dangerous things that you could really, really understand. And you want to see something? Let me say the words to you. What you had? And me and your relationship. And let me go, well, why you look like that? And just saying those things out to you. You put on your dress and you're ready to go. You know what you think? You know what you can jump and say? Tell me what you think. Me and you, the enemy, or husband, wife.
I'm the ordinary girl.
Okay,
you know that.
Okay. So,
because when you ask me, what am I wearing? I can be the sassy one and say, what you mean by that?
exactly. That's the question. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by
But
that?
see,
What does it look like I'm wearing?
but see, most times, watch this now. Watch how deep this going. Because you got a plumpy or solid shape. You can say, he mean I fat. But guess what? You might be fat, but you cannot face that me calling you fat because you know you fat.
And if I fat and I am happy with that, then who have the problem?
Yeah, but it ain't a problem. But the
Okay.
minute I use the word fat, you started to get insulted.
Yeah, because
And you, yeah, but what? But what?
because
But let me ask you a question. If you fat, right?
as far as I am concerned,
Yeah.
but for some people, because of their self-image, it appeared to be an attack on them by you.
But why I can't speak the truth? So you try.
But
see,
then the thing about it is, what is wrong with it? Because if I am that way, you are the opposite. What makes the way I am the wrong way and the way that you are the right way?
No, the point I'm making is because if I call you and you're my wife or girlfriend, I call you fat, you get very upset or you think I'm insulting you. But what is wrong with me calling you fat if you're fat?
Why do you need to call me fat if I'm fat?
Because
you know it and I know it, so why do you need to call me it?
Because you fat.
Uh-huh.
There's no see. If you were slim, I can't call you slim if you fat.
So why call me anything?
No. So don't try to switch this. Let's stay right here. And the reason I say this is because you are telling me don't call you fat. And the reason why I call you fat because you fat. Now watch this. So what you do to me now as a person, you want me to lie.
You see,
So she got a boogie.
that in itself
Uh-huh.
is a problem, and I guess
It's not a
it is a problem because people.
If I drink rum and I drunk.
Yeah,
That's
but
the truth.
but you know, within the Bahamian culture, when someone calls you something, it's an attack.
No, it's not.
Well,
I'm
what is the purpose of calling me fat? Before we continue
go
on and come off this topic, however, let's look at Denise. Say, are you telling me that my spirit is the boogeyman? I don't agree. It depends on how you use the word. Fat is an offensive word.
fat cannot be an offensive word if I'm taking the truth. Okay, let me break this down to you. If you slim and I call you slim, it's not an offensive word, right?
That's why I say, culturally, how is
But
it interpreted within
but
the Bahamian culture?
yeah, but if I meet you,
Because why? Let's go. Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Let's get to the root of
get
this
the root of it.
issue now.
Get the root.
And the boogeyman is name calling. That's the boogeyman, and
Right.
calling an individual fat, right? If you see, because you could say, "Oh, you're so nice and plump."
Yeah,
That's different
but why
from
you can't be?
saying
Hold on.
you fat.
But why you can't be nice and fat?
But it's the tune.
But I might see. But
It
there's
is the
some men
tune.
love fat women.
Exactly.
So what's wrong with me calling you fat? So calling you fat is not an insult because when I met you, you might be fat. And that's different when I met you slim and you become fat and I call you fat.
You missing.
I'm missing
You're
a
missing
thing.
the issue.
The
So
boogeyman-
therefore, there is not a problem if you call me fat, because if you say you my fat baby girl, right? That's different from saying you so fat.
Yeah, no.
That is different.
Fat
It
and
is.
some people are fat and sexy. Some people are fat and very nice, and some people are fat and
Yes,
beautiful. So
okay.
there's nothing wrong with me calling you fat. See,
Yes, there is
so
something
what you
wrong.
doing is making me lie. And hold wait, listen what I'm saying. So now that's the boogeyman.
That's not
Hold-
lying.
So hold on, yeah. So now the boogeyman show up. This is what I talking about the boogeyman. The boogeyman is telling you now, get him. Or don't let him call you fat.
But that's
See,
because
no,
of
no.
the.
See,
let's
and you
go back to
creating
why the
attention.
boogeyman.
Hold on.
That's why.
And then you
it-
create an attention that you don't really need. It is not necessary. Because if you're fat and beautiful, why are you upset? 'Cause
But if you call me fat and beautiful in a tune that makes me feel good about myself, I will not be upset, and nobody else will be
so
upset.
what? Let me ask you a question.
So what-
is wrong with being fat?
That's the question. But we use it in our culture as a whip to insult somebody.
Is-
Okay, you're fat. You know what?
No,
right?
no.
Yes.
I didn't say fat. You know.
No,
I say,
no.
Girl, you
Okay.
fat. Girl, you see. Even if I say, girl, you fat and look good, you know what you can? Most women will turn around and say, "Who you think? Who you calling fat?"
Yeah, but then they will smile with it because the fact that you say you fat and look good.
Because the word. So what you trying to tell me? The word fat is offensive.
The word fat, it depends on the context in which you are stating
But-
the fact.
But if you
Because if you're stating
So
it
let's-
to insult me, I could tell, because guess what? Remember, there's more to words than just words. It is how you say it, where you say it.
So if I call you fatty, come here. No.
If Fatty is my nickname and you call me Fatty and
That's the
say,
point.
come here,
Yeah.
I will come. I will not take offense.
Exactly.
But
So-
if you don't know me and we're a stranger and you say, hey, Fatty, immediately, most women will not look at
But
you.
is he lying?
Right?
Is he lying? Are you
But
fat?
why do you need to call me
But
fat?
are you fat? The whole idea is if you fat, there's nothing wrong with it because he is calling you fat. See, what is wrong with a lot of things we take because
Well,
we created
I guess, yeah, because
we create
again,
this monster.
again, like
And
I
that's
said,
the boogeyman, the monster.
It is a social.
The monster in the background.
It is a social construct. And basically, a lot of the monsters that are in relationships are centered around what it is, well, the highly educated may say, whether it's politically correct. But the thing is whether it is intended as an offense. The intention of the use of the word is where the problem is. And so, let's get into the situation now of relationship, marriage. If you and I are married and you call me fat, you and I have a history. So I already know what fat means to you when you call me it. So if you call me fat and there is a teasing or nudging going on, I may get mad because I don't like to be called fat. Or because, see, let me tell you something. Body image is a serious thing for women. And even if she is fat, she don't need you to be calling her that, right?
See, all of this now, all of this is just, I've been showing you, see where all this gone?
All of this is
All-
a boogeyman.
yeah, all this the boogeyman.
These
This
are
the
the
boogeyman.
little
These are the little
things
things
in relationships.
that cause. See,
Marriages.
it ain't the devil. It ain't the devil. We accuse the devil for everything. It ain't
Well,
no
we
devil.
we put a
It
lot
is-
of
it's
things
our
that
minds.
are bad
We
on
set
the devil and the
and-
things that are good on God. But
and
we are
we
who
create
are.
all this animosity in relationship because if your man do not bring that money home on Friday, it's going to be a problem, and it's going to be a big problem. And you and I are going to create a whole scenario. You don't know what the problem that man had this week. He might be working for himself. He might work, and the guy mightn't pay him, so he coming home now. You don't create. Oh, you come home. You better don't come in this house. You even you even find out the situation, but you creating this atmosphere
Again,
and bringing the boogeyman again.
Again, it comes right down to what you said. Mindset.
Mindset.
Mindset and also relation. How I relate
Now
to
you got it. That's the boogeyman.
How I relate to you
Right.
is what determines the beauty
Okay.
or
See, and
what's
relate.
the other opposite of beauty in a relationship?
Huh?
Nightmare?
Nightmare. But see, in a relationship, now we're talking about marriage and a relationship, and the boogeyman in my relationship. So most of the relationship that goes through this changes, and all this animosity and all this rowing is created by the individuals themselves. And
Well-
so the relationship has this tension because the boogeyman sets in. And when the boogeyman sets in with these words, it tears the fabric of the relationship.
And Denise says that you ought to know better than to call a woman fat.
Denise,
Right?
let me say this to you.
Said you are mature enough to use
Yeah.
fighting
Yeah,
words.
yeah.
So I mean, choice of words.
Choice of word. But hear me, and they're taking off this shit. We're getting off a little bit. But I met you. You was nice and slim. Now you going to gain weight. See, this is what creates the boogeyman. And you going to gain weight. And now you accept me to accept you fat. But I love you slim. You got something to say? You got something to say? So now you going to put your belly on and your big boongie and you wearing size 16 pants. But I like the chicken size 12 and 10. So here's it now. But I didn't marry you. So I got to accept you. But that's not what I paid for. That's not what I bargained for. So now the boogeyman can show up because I can be the boogeyman. Because the boogeyman telling me, boy, this is what you pay for. You like him slim. So when the boogeyman steps in and he started to create these things in my head, that boy, you ain't like him fat. Even in the bed, the sex in the mindset is now, I even don't want this in the bed because it's fat. I like him slim in the bed. See, the whole that's the boogeyman. That's where so like I say, sometimes these boogeyman they create themselves.
Denise say you must look at her heart and not her size.
Okay.
But I want to piggyback on what you said.
Right.
And that's the boogeyman in its
Entirely,
fullness.
yeah.
And you know what it is? We expect that what was 10 years ago to be today. You have moved through 10 years.
So what you trying to tell me? If me and you in the bed,
10
your
years.
leg ain't supposed to lift up no more?
10
You
years.
gotta be joking.
Why would you want to stay at, say if you were 20?
I won't do the same pace.
What?
I won't change nothing.
So you don't want to get older. So in essence, 10 years, I met you at
When
29.
I die, bury
Hold
me
on,
deep.
hold on. I met you at age 29, and 10 years on, you are still 29.
I won't be still 29. I want 10.
That's
when I
the
die,
big
I want
problem.
10 girls to
And
top
you
my
know
chest. And I going to rest, put all my girls.
And the thing is that growth from 9 o'clock this morning to 4, what time is it now? 4:35. Do you think that you're still the same person that you were when you woke up this morning?
Well, the boogeyman.
Where are you?
The boogeyman tells me I am the same person.
Exactly.
Yeah,
There
that's
it
the
goes.
boogeyman.
So you stuck.
It's my mindset.
Stuck.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Because I believe that see, this is where, let me explain this. This is where most men in the age of 65 or 55 and older, they think they still could do the same thing they could do. That is why at certain age the marriage goes through these changes and women accept it. They say, oh, he going through his changes.
But men
And-
don't accept.
No, because man, no, when you get fat and now they say, man, they're going looking for a young thing. They want the breast to stand up, that get them excited. They ain't want to look at something hanging down.
The boogeyman is a delusional mind. A delusional mind. That's the boogeyman.
Well,
Any mind that is not growing and changing with the times
but
are dead spirits.
people still
Boogeyman.
has this mentality. See, and this in a lot of marriages, that's why we talking about the boogeyman. In a lot of marriages, that's why it don't work no more. Because after a certain many years, they don't want you no more. They don't, and the boogeyman create this beautiful world where you're supposed to stay with long hair fixed, nails fixed, and they create that. So the boogeyman in a man's mind keeps continuing to be this fairyland, this dream that he has. When his pistol don't work no more, he could get Viagra. So he accepts the role that I continue this until I 70. And what happens that when the boogeyman decided to steps in his thoughts, they take over his thoughts. And once the boogeyman sets in, he see everything as happiness and partying and good time. So when the children come with their problems, he say, go to your ma. Because you all solve problems. You know, that's what you all do. You all trying to be Jesus Christ on earth. You all trying to solve all the problems. But it is so true. See, we has to face reality and honesty in this in relationship. Relationship going to hell fast because we don't sit back and see the truth falling on us. See, not just men, women. That's why some of them, yeah, but the guy shoot the girl. Now. See, there's some of them can't keep still. Same way, some men can't keep still. And the boogeyman loves this because our mindset is all screwed up. This man can't please me no more, so I go in and get somebody, but not knowing that person probably can't please you a couple of days down the road too, because you are so hungry for sex. After a while, I get bored, and you keep on moving, and so it's the mindset of some of these people. You wouldn't believe how much people's mindset is corrupt. You come from a family who don't believe that you shouldn't cook for a man. No, I ain't letting no man wake me out. That's the mindset. So you come into a marriage where a man used to the woman cooking for him. Right there, the sex can die down. When the sex die down, what happens? It's a problem. And so this is what the type of things that we has to understand. And boogeyman has a lot to do with how people think, people want, because people want something, they jealous, they will destroy you just to get what they want. And too much times that we let the boogeyman steps in our relationship, and that is what killing all the marriages, when they let the boogeyman, not the devil.
The belief system,
Yeah.
what we believe, governs how we behave, what we think, how we speak, and how we relate to each other. So the boogeyman is definitely centered around what it is that you believe.
Yeah.
You believe that 10 years on, the woman who was turning upside down on her head
I
in
knew
your
he was going back to
sexual
that.
exploit, 10 years on, now, she should still be able to do that. 20
Why not?
years on,
Why not?
she should still be able to do that. Listen, I want you to, and I want all of our viewing audience to look up the word impermanence. Impermanence. Nothing remains the same. Time brings changes.
But-
Minutes by minute. We are never the same. We are constantly changing. But are we growing?
But that would make us happy. See, okay, let me tell you something. Hold on.
What make you
No,
happy
no.
is within your head.
Watch this. I see you, and I started to read you. I see you with the lashes, the hair, purple and red or whatever, and I see you with the lipstick and the. That's what attracted me to you. So why would you change that? So I'll have an issue. I like that. That's what I like. And you give that up.
So in essence, if you meet a woman and she had certain physical features, she did certain things with herself, and you notice that that has slackened off, it's a simple fix. All you have to do is bring it to her awareness that, I liked when you did this, or I liked when you did that.
But the boogeyman don't believe in that what you believe in. The boogeyman, he think his way and he wanted his way.
So basically, everybody simply needs to do this in order to get the boogeyman out of their
Their
life.
relationship.
Grow up. Just simply grow up and have an open mind. Life is ever changing. You go to a river and you dip a cup of water at 10 a.m. 10 minutes past 10, you go back to that river and you dip another cup of water. Those 2 cups of water are not the same in its content. Likewise, one individual grows and changes. You must be open to change, and you must be ready to learn. Life is a journey that involves constant change, and as things change, if it's unfamiliar to you, you go and find out about it. Educate yourself, learn about things that are different. Don't use it as a judgment or a whip to beat someone else with, because you don't understand
And
it.
before we close, don't let the boogeyman step in your relationship. If the boogeyman step into you, your relationship is finished. The boogeyman,
Overdone, finito.
the boogeyman tear down everything that's good, and the boogeyman don't mean you no good.
And the boogeyman is a closed mind.
Yeah. And so what had happened, we create the boogeyman in our relationship. And when we create the boogeyman in our relationship, the other partner hurts
And
or
you
feels.
eventually hurt too.
Yeah. And so the key is make life simple, make your relationship simple, put love in always. And when you open your mouth,
Open your mind
yeah,
first.
yeah. And when you open your mouth, make sure it's always something positive. Just like I say, the fact, the woman gets all wind up over that. I just use that example. And so, don't say those words. Don't do
Choose
those
your
things.
words wisely, eh?
Choose the words wisely. If you know, you go down the road and you date another woman in your relationship, it's going to destroy the fabric of the relationship you have in your marriage. Because what you do with that,
Speak your mind and you'll be free. Come and meet Mel Tony. Come, let's go under the tree.
that's the
Under the tree, oh.
And so,
Under the tree, oh. Under the tree, under the tree.
I say this.
Under the tree, oh. Under the tree,
The boogeyman will take you under, take your marriage, take your relationship, take your joy. Open your mind. Continue to learn. Stop judging. You are not the blueprint to life. Okay? Life is a variety, and they said variety is the spice of life.
And let me say this in closing. There's a lot of a relationship, especially in the Bahamas, suffering from the boogeyman. Call it the devil, but it ain't the devil. It's a boogeyman. It's what you think that your partner can't think or wouldn't think. What you doing is creating this animosity, and it's causing your woman or your man, whatever you, to have all this answer for themselves. Like, let me give you an example. Like, they goes like this: why I still with this man? Why I still with this woman? Because this woman can't please me. See, these stupid things in your head. All the time. Anything could be fixed. And that's why you run outside looking for another partner. Because you can stay inside. Boogeyman got you fooled. You're going outside. Whatever outside, right in your bed. Just remember, right in your house.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Under the Tree with Mel and Tony.
Next week, right here, same place, same time. Under the tree, Mel and Tony. Have a good day. Stay. Lord, let us rejoice and be glad. It's beautiful.